So the first thing we're going to need to do is prepare some beautiful sourdough bread. Take a really nice gutsy rustic sourdough bread, and we want 1 inch thick slices. So once we've prepared our bread, we want to dice up our leeks into nice thick chunks, because it will wilt down quite a lot when you cook it, and we want a nice bit of texture in our rarebit, so chop your leeks nice and chunky. Now pop your leeks into a bowl and stick them to one side while we prepare our sausages. Remove the skins from our sausages, so we're just left with beautiful sausage meat. You can use any type of sausages. Here I've gone for some beautiful peppery Cumberlands, but you can use whatever you like. And then at this point, we want to take a nice heavy bottomed frying pan on a high heat, but not too high, and chuck in our sausage meat with a nice splash of olive oil. Fry off our sausage meat until it starts to beautifully brown off and the fat starts to render out of our sausage. Break up your sausages as you go. We want it to almost be like mincemeat at the end. And then we want to chuck in our leeks. Give our leeks and our sausage meat a really nice season with sea salt and black pepper. And now fry these off until the leeks are beautifully roasted and soft. And then we want to deglaze the pan with a nice generous glug of our Worcestershire sauce. Reduce that down till it's nice and thick and sticky and fragrant. And then we want to pop our sausage mix to one side, and onto the hob go on with a nice saucepan. To the saucepan we add a nice tablespoon of butter. Once that's melted down beautifully, go in with a nice tablespoon of plain white flour. Gently cook this off. Keep stirring it until you're left with a nice paste that looks like wallpaper paste. So keep working it through until we've cooked off the flour. And to that we want to add our porter or stout. This is a beautiful malty and gutsy recipe. So keep pouring in your stout and stirring through until we've got a nice, thick, rich, delicious, creamy sauce. To that we add a really nice, generous few handfuls of a beautiful, rich, punchy, mature cheddar cheese. Mix that through and melt it down, and keep adding cheese until the dish is beautifully balanced between the rich cheesiness and the beautiful, rich maltiness from the beer. And then we pour a few beautiful ladles of our cheesy sauce over our sausages and leeks. We want to stir this through until we've got a nice, rich, thick and gooey sauce. Pop that to one side while we toast off our beautiful sourdough so that it's golden brown. So pop those under the grill for a few minutes. While these are toasting off, you can allow the sausage and leek mix to cool down ever so slightly. Then at this point, remove from under the grill. To that, we smother our sausage and leek rarebit mix. So put a nice few centimetres worth of our mix onto the toast, be very generous, and then finish with a really nice handful of cheddar cheese. And my advice is to use a really nice, rich and strong, mature cheddar cheese, and add a nice twist of some black pepper. This goes back under a grill for a couple of minutes until it's beautiful, gooey and melty and delicious. Keep checking every 30 seconds or so, and when it's beautifully bubbling and golden brown, remove from under the grill. Now we are ready to serve. And this is a real treat. My very own original recipe for sausage and leek rarebit. My take on an absolute classic, the ultimate comfort food.